The Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is a beloved attraction at Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom and Shanghai Disneyland. This family-friendly roller coaster is themed around Disney's classic 1937 film, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It has a rich history and unique features that make it a standout ride in Disney parks. Welcome back to another episode for Disnuts. Join us as we delve into the history of one of the most popular rides in Disney World, the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train ride. The concept for the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train ride was designed to breathe new life into Fantasyland, a significant section of the Magic Kingdom at Disney World that features some of the park's most famous attractions. The announcement for the massive Fantasyland renovation came in September of 2009, when the Parks and Resorts chairman, Jay Rasulo, broke the news at the annual D23 convention. The renovation took place from March 2010 through May 2014. Before the 4-year-long Fantasyland expansion, the park had a ride based on the story of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs named Snow White's Scary Adventures. This ride was an original opening day attraction, opening in 1971. When it first opened, the ride was titled Snow White's Adventures. It was a dark ride that brought guests into the story of Snow White. Guests boarded mine cars and went through various scenes from the film, depicting Snow White's escape from the evil queen and rescue by the prince. However, much like the original Peter Pan ride, it lacked its feature character, with the idea that the guests would take on the role of Snow White from her point of view. After decades of operation, a 1994 renovation changed the ride to include scenes with the title character. It was also at this time that the ride was renamed as Snow White's Scary Adventures, to better emphasize the frightening elements of the ride. After 40 years of running, the ride closed permanently in 2012. During that time, there were no plans for a Fantasyland ride that would be related to the beloved Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. New Fantasyland, featuring Under the Sea, Journey of the Little Mermaid, and Enchanted Tales with Belle, had its official grand opening in December 2012. The location of Snow White's Scary Adventures is now home to Fairy Tale Hall and the Princess Meet and Greets. As part of the redesign of Magic Kingdom, Imagineers wanted to replace the old ride with a new one and began creating initial designs for the new Fantasyland. The designs included a Pixie Hollow ride, which was intended to be larger and more expansive than the Pixie area in Disneyland. Adjacent to Pixie Hollow, there were to be designated areas for attractions themed around Cinderella and Aurora. The strong emphasis on princess themes was largely influenced by the enormous popularity of Disney's lucrative lineup of princesses. However, Pixie Hollow was abruptly scrapped because the Disney Parks and Resorts chairman, Tom Staggs, reportedly thought the area didn't have enough attractions for boys. This decision added its name to the long list of never-built Disney attractions. After the Pixie Hollow ride was scrapped, Disney Imagineers revisited the idea to include Snow White in a new ride and developed the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train roller coaster. As the name suggests, the ride draws inspiration from Walt Disney's influential 1937 animated film, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, which was the first full-length animated feature in English and a groundbreaking achievement in animation history. The Imagineers aimed to create a ride that would attract families while providing a new perspective on the Snow White story. The ride's theming and design elements celebrate the film's iconic characters and settings, including the dwarves' comfortable cottage and the expansive diamond mine where they spend their days mining for gems. The Seven Dwarfs Mine Train ride, which included Snow White's cottage and the roller coaster, was officially opened on May 28, 2014. And its location replaced a portion of the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea attraction in Fantasyland. Later on, the ride was also opened at Shanghai Disneyland on June 16, 2016. This beloved train was designed by Imagineers to fully immerse guests in the enchanting world of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. The ride aims to seamlessly blend the thrill of a roller coaster with the timeless appeal of a classic Disney story. Disney's team dedicated themselves to constructing an attraction that would authentically capture the magic of the Seven Dwarfs story. From the initial brainstorming to the rendering of the final design, each element was designed to engage all senses, from the rhythmic clanking of the mine carts to the sparkling diamonds embedded in the rocks. Every detail was engineered to create a truly enchanting experience that transports riders smack dab in the middle of Snow White's world. The roller coaster is suitable for the whole family, with a minimum height requirement of just 38 inches. Guests board mine carts and the journey starts with a slow climb through the forest, where riders catch glimpses of familiar characters like Snow White and the dwarves before plunging into the heart of the mine. It begins with a journey up a mountain, followed by a slower passage through the mine, providing a glimpse of the Seven Dwarfs audio animatronics diligently mining gemstones. As guests leave the mine, the speed of the ride increases until they arrive at the cottage, where Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs are dancing and making music. All of these animatronics, except for Snow White, Dopey, and Sneezy, were repurposed from the original Snow White ride. The end scene where Snow White is seen dancing with the dwarves in their cottage delivers a heartwarming finale to the experience. The ride has a duration of approximately 3 minutes and attains a maximum speed of 34 miles per hour, offering a thrilling yet suitable experience for almost all ages. What makes this ride different and more interesting than the rest are the intricate designs and mechanisms. The train is made up of 5 mine carts, each of which can move independently from the others. The carts used for the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train were mimicked to look like the ones used by the Seven Dwarfs, and no two look alike. They were hand-carved wooden mine carts, and each has a distinct appearance, giving the impression that they were made by the dwarves themselves. Not only that, but the ride's most groundbreaking feature is its patented swinging ride system. A pivoting mechanism allows each minecart to sway from side to side as it travels around the track, adding extra movement and thrill to the ride. This attraction stands out for its use of cutting-edge technology, not only in the ride itself, but also in its construction. Throughout the journey, visitors will come across various display areas showcasing lifelike robotic figures of the Seven Dwarfs diligently working in the mine, accompanied by music and sound effects from the original film. Advanced technology was utilized to develop 3D audio animatronics animating their facial expressions. This allowed Disney's guests to form a deeper connection with these characters, experiencing them in a whole new light. This attraction stands out because it combines a thrill ride and a dark ride into one experience. A section of the ride happens outdoors on the tracks, featuring a large drop and a rush behind a waterfall. Another part of the attraction takes guests into the workplace of the Seven Dwarfs, which is a mine where 1,000,000 diamonds shine. During the indoor portion of the ride vehicles move at a slower pace for a better experience. This technology enables the vehicles to speed down the mountain into the valleys and back up, while also allowing them to travel much more slowly through the mine. Another fun addition to the Snow White ride is the music selection. There's music in your soup will be playing in the queue and surrounding area. Frank Churchill composed the tune in 1937 with lyrics by Larry Morey, intending it for Snow White the animated feature. However, Walt Disney decided to cut the entire sequence and song as he felt it would slow down the movie. Luckily, a version of the animation cells were preserved and it's still available for viewing. Churchill and Morey were responsible for composing all the music for the feature film, which includes Whistle While You Work, Hi Ho, and Someday My Prince Will Come. The Seven Dwarfs Mine Train also offers a unique feature in its queue, which is that it's very interactive. Kids learn about the mine, with Doc overseeing operations and providing instructions for all the interactive components. Skilled in woodworking, the dwarfs have included elaborate carved designs and animals throughout the queue and attractions. Not only that, but the queue features a system that engages guests with immersive games, decorations, and sound effects related to the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs storyline. Children can separate gemstones in a water channel and rinse them using a musical spout. There's a station for jewel sorting and jewel washing. Additionally, there's a barrel game where spinning the barrel creates a fun surprise. This keeps guests entertained and involved in the story. The success of the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train has solidified its place as one of Disney's most cherished attractions. It serves as a shining example of how Disney continues to innovate, blending nostalgia with cutting-edge technology to create experiences that resonate with guests of all ages. Though it's not yet part of Disneyland in California, The ride's popularity at other Disney parks around the world hints at the potential for future expansion. The Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is truly an excellent example of Imagineering by skillfully combining advanced ride technology, captivating storytelling, and sentimental appeal. Its intricately designed waiting area and the rocking minecarts, along with the audio animatronic show scenes, completely immerse visitors in the enchanting universe of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs in a way that has never been done before. Have you ridden this ride? What's your favorite dwarf? If you like this video, make sure to give us a big thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notifications. Thanks for watching, Disnuts, and we'll see you next time!